Well, good morning, or actually good afternoon. Oh, well, morning disappeared already. So, I had asked in yesterday's vlog whether you guys wanted to see the blackberry syrup. So, I'm going to show you how I make it. There's the blackberries. They have been, washed and are draining. I have a cup and a quarter of regular sugar, a fine sieve strainer, a zester, a lemon, a reamer, stainless pot, non-reactive spoon. So I'm just waiting on the oranges from Polly. We forgot we ran out of oranges. So he'll be back in a few minutes, and I will place the berries in the stainless pot over medium heat, add the juice of probably 2 medium lemon oranges, because I think I have about 3 heaping cups of the blackberries, and then the zest and the juice of the plump lemon, and then I'll cook them for about 6 or 7 minutes, and I will show you that in a minute. So I have the berries in, I've added the sugar and the zest of the lemon. I've cut the lemon open. I'm going to juice it, but the way I'm going to juice it, I don't want to get another strainer, although I have one. I'm just going to turn my, and it's a little trick that I showed before, I'm going to turn my zester upside down, and obviously I need both hands, sorry, and I'm just going to squeeze the lemon over that. So the seeds will go in the zester, and, well, it's not too important because I'm going to strain the entire. Are you guys helping me by barking? You got words of encouragement from the dogs? So I'm just going to do that and I'll be right back. So as you can see, it did produce quite a bit of seeds, so I'm just going to dump those. And I'm going to mix this up and let it cook for about 5 or 6 minutes. And then I'll give it a quick taste to see if there's enough sugar, because the berries definitely vary in sugar content, so sometimes you need to add less, sometimes you need to add just a little bit more. So I'll be right back to show you what it looks like all mixed up. I'm just waiting to add the orange too, because Paul's on his way back from the grocery store. So there it is, just mixed up, and you could see the seeds are already separating. They're pretty large, and that's why I have a fine sieve strainer. So the actual syrup will be nice and thick. And I'll show you what we have left and seeds free. So I'm just going to grab another glass jar, because I think I'm going to get probably 2 of these ball jars full. Unless I run over to the hardware store and pick up a few small jars, and then give one to Mom and Dad and one to my sister and Eric. So we'll see. I'm just going to stir this up just one more time. You could smell the fragrance of the lemon zest and the berries and the sugar. They really need to make, if they don't already, a candle with this flavor. It's really quite yummy. Alright. There's plenty of sugar. I did taste the back of the spoon right here, and I have asbestos fingers. Try not to do that yourself because you'll get burnt. Hot sugar is the hottest, or melted sugar is the hottest thing you can burn yourself with. As you can see, the berries are taking on a more red hue. They're losing that deep, almost black color. And that's what happens. That's why the sauce, the syrup, turns out to be this like brilliant red. I'm just going to let it bubble for a few minutes. I'm going to rest my spoon in the sieve that I have in the bowl right here. So I will be back in a couple of minutes once I've added the orange, the zest and juice of 1 orange, or a couple of oranges because there's probably plenty. I'll have to make that decision once I see the size of the oranges. And this cooks for a few more minutes. As you can see, it's bubbling, and do not walk away at this stage, because even though I'm using a relatively deep pot, because there's sugar in there, it could easily bubble over very quickly and it'll be a colossal mess because you'll be making candy for your stovetop, essentially. So I've mixed it, and now I'm going to taste. Let me turn this light on. I'm just using my finger. I think it could actually use just a little bit more sugar. It's a little, see, it's already, yeah, it's definitely a little more tart because there are so many more berries. So I'm going to add a little bit more sugar and let that dissolve. It's like a cauldron. So I'm going to turn this down a little and add a little bit of sugar. I've added about another half a cup of sugar. And the sugar content actually helps to determine the thickness because I'm not adding any pectin. There is natural pectin in the berries, but I'm not adding any additional pectin to it because it's not going to last long enough in the refrigerator for it to be truly preserved. It's just going to be consumed probably over the course of the next couple of weeks, and refrigerator should be fine. So I'm just going to let the sugar dissolve, turn this off, let it cool. As soon as my oranges arrive, which I don't know where they are, I'm going to add the orange juice and zest, and then I will puree this and then start straining it through the fine sieve. Alrighty, so while my syrup is cooling, I'm going to run over to our local Ace, which is a few blocks away, and I'm going to go pick up a free quart of paint. And my hope is that I'm just going to pick up some flat white and then repaint the wainscoting. No, is it wainscoting? I don't remember. Whatever the wood panel, the faux wood paneling next to a stove that has been kind of marred and discolored, and give it a little bit of a fresh me up. So I'm going to go check it out now and maybe check out some of the little bins I might have for storage solutions for some of my cabinets. I'm really enjoying the way the spice cabinet is, because that way you can pop out an entire basket, take it over to the stove, and put it right back. It's much easier to keep clean. Things aren't getting super cluttered. We know when we're missing something because it's literally not in that basket, and I have it organized easily enough for even my husband to follow along. So let's go over to the store. So the free quart was a bust because I sold out 18 minutes after they opened. And I didn't go when they first opened, but I did pick up some outdoor metallic spray paint that was on sale for $3.50 each, and a whole stash of these green baskets to get the rest of the kitchen organized. I'm going to pop over to Dollar Tree to see if there's any organization solutions for me there for the kitchen, and then I'll come home and hopefully by then the oranges have walked their way back to our house, and then I can finish up the syrup. So I decided to swing by and stop at John's and pick up some sunflowers for the house. So let's go see. They're only $1 each. Look at them. Let's see. These big ones will be just too big for my... Oh, they're falling apart already. I should pick out a small one. I'm gonna get these 3, and it's an honor system around here. So I'm gonna put in my 1, 2, $3. We already have corn at home. Now I'm gonna head over to Dollar Tree. But look at that. The orange has made its way to the house, and he did just get one, which is enough. It's plenty of juice. I did zest it and have squeezed it through the zester. What I'm going to do now is I am going to turn the heat on just for a little bit to incorporate the orange juice, and then I'm going to pull out my hand blender, the immersion blender, blend it up, and then strain it out. And then I think we're going to go have sushi tonight. So I have my immersion blender, and I'm going to... You get the idea. I'll be back when it's all smooth. Okay, so aside from actually waiting for my orange to arrive to the house, this part is definitely by far the most time consuming. So I have my pulsed pureed syrup right here. It's very seedy, not like After Hours Club that in a warehouse down by the river. But I definitely want to remove the seed. So as you can see, it's a very thick consistency, almost that of hemoglobin as it's, you know, congealing. But the seeds, once I push through all of the syrup, will go to the chickens. They adore it. So I'm going to keep doing that, and I'll just show you what it looks like when it's already in the jars, because you don't need to sit here and watch me scrape it. So I'll just try to do this with my left hand. So I essentially push down and push down and scrape the sides, and the syrup comes out. Make sure you don't use the same spoon as the seedy part to scrape off the bottom, because you want to keep it seed free. So I'll be back in a little bit to show you what the 2 jars, hopefully I have enough for 2 jars, maybe just a jar and a half. We'll see how much it produces. You just never know how much juice a berry will give up. And then I will, in a separate video, share with you the things that I picked up for organizing my cabinets from the Dollar Tree. I give you a little quick progress check. So this is what's left. I still have to strain this last bit. Another recommendation is rinse now rather than scrape later, because this has so much sugar content between the berries and the added sugar, and the fact that it's cooked down and the pectins are activated. Rinse everything immediately. Your stick blender, your immersion blender, all your pots, all your utensils, everything immediately, because I would rather rinse immediately rather than scrape later. And the other thing that you could do, if you want to, you can add a little infusion of mint into the syrup. I did not do that because I like mint flavor more than my husband, and because he consumes this more than I do, I made it to his particular taste buds. But you could certainly pop a couple of sprigs of mint as it's cooking, or if you have extract, that's fine too. It'll add a nice little back flavor. This particular sauce today turned out a little more orangey because I did add the orange zest, but I like that little back, a little bit of bitterness from the orange and a little bit of the citrus flavor. So I'm kind of happy. I am happy with it. So I'm going to keep doing this. Probably take me another 15-20 minutes, and then I'll come back and show you the completed jars, and then maybe we'll bring out the seed plate over to the chickens. That's it. It just made 1 jar. I didn't have to add anything to that one that I made earlier in the week. And look at all the seeds. Now, I probably could have squeezed out a little more syrup out of the seeds, but honestly, my enthusiasm ran out and my hand started to hurt. I have not tried the cheesecloth method. You can put it in a larger or in a wider strainer, also fine sieve, and without having to push through, you just line it with cheesecloth. Now, the only caveat is, I think because I left it on the stove a little longer than the previous version, it's a little thicker. The pectin has had a chance to develop, so it's more like a loose jam than it is like the syrup, because I could definitely see the consistency, and once it cools in the fridge, it'll be even thicker. So I'm going to go give this to the chickens right after I charge up my camera, because it's about to clunkety clunk. Alright, stay tuned. Girls, okay, it looks like it's gonna start downpouring, so I hurry up and went out here to give the girls, hold on, how am I gonna do this? Here you go, girls. You like that? I see Polly's giving them some giant cucumbers. Can you hear the thunder? Okay, we're gonna go out to dinner. Enjoy your treat, girls, and I'm gonna close you up so you don't get poured on. Okay, I got in the car just in time. I picked up 3 eggs, 2 brown and a green. I'm just gonna keep them in there. Oh, and it started to rain. Okay, I'm just waiting for Polly and we're gonna go have some dinner. So I'm gonna call in, let's see, hold on. I'm gonna turn it around so you see my mug for today. I'm gonna call it, oh, glasses. I'm gonna call it a night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I do my weekly food prep, or at least menu prep, so if anybody's interested in seeing that, I'll be more than happy to do that on video. I will have a separate video of my Dollar Tree haul, which has a lot of organizational things. Oh, it's really coming down now. A lot of organizational help for my kitchen, including one that I figured out for all the tea bags that I posted on Instagram yesterday. So you might see a couple of pictures of on my Instagram account of dinner. Otherwise, I'm calling it a night. I'm gonna enjoy dinner with hubby, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.